Welcome back everyone to Yindyang. I'm so glad that you guys are back for more. So today we are talking about alkaline diets. I know before I've mentioned alkaline foods, acidic foods. Well, we're finally addressing it today. So we're going to be diving into a scientific article. It's a systematic review of things like bone health, muscle wasting or muscle health, pH, and the systematic review is essentially a compilation of a lot of other different research articles. And today we're going to be diving into that. So let's do it. So first of all, for those of you who don't know about pH, so pH is a 10-fold scale ranging from 0 to 14. 0 being acidic and 14 being alkaline or basic. And right at the middle is 7, which is a neutral pH. Now, our bodies perform at an optimal pH of between 7.35 and 7.45. And outside of that range, our health becomes very detrimental and, in some cases, fatal. So the foods we eat play a large role into whether or not our body's more alkaline or more acidic. And I'm also, in the video if you see here, I've included a scale ranging the different foods. Going from 14, which is most alkaline, going all the way down to a pH of 0, which is more acidic. This article claims that since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, our dietary intake of potassium has increased in relation to our sodium intake, and our diet has also increased in relation to our chloride intake in comparison to our bicarbonate intake. So our diet being low in magnesium, low in potassium, but high in chloride, sodium, and simplified sugars, carbohydrates, and fats is what's led to metabolic acidosis in our body. And metabolic acidosis is essentially a low pH or acidic pH existing within our bodies. That's essentially what metabolic acidosis means. And the reason why this metabolic acidosis is so detrimental and potentially fatal is because it causes cell death within our body. Now, y'all know cells is one of the most basic units of life forms. So now to get a little bit into the nitty-gritty, so this article also goes on to discuss that chronic acidosis has also led to bone disease or bone deterioration. And this is because when we do intake calcium into our diet through our foods or the things that we drink, the calcium is stored in our bones, and our bones has this ability to act like a buffer system or a way to maintain the ideal pH of 7.35 to 7.45. And so in order to maintain that pH range, our bones release calcium into our bloodstream so that it increases our pH to make it more alkaline, because our pH being slightly above 7, which is neutral, our pH being slightly above that creates a slightly alkaline environment. So that calcium is being released. That release of calcium also causes bone degeneration and makes our bones a little bit weaker. So now relating alkaline diets to muscles. As we age, there is a decrease of muscle mass in our body, for those who don't already know that. But a 3-year study has found that an alkaline diet rich in potassium, such as fruits and vegetables, has resulted in preservation of muscle mass in older women and men. Increased fruits and vegetables in an alkaline diet has been shown to improve that potassium to sodium ratio in our body, reduce bone loss, reduce muscle wasting, as well as mitigate chronic diseases such as hypertension and strokes. Ooh, wow, did y'all hear that? That's big. Imagine if we just changed our diet, how much that would change our lives and change the likelihood of us dying, having to go to surgeries, having to spend more money on medication. Imagine you doing something right now, changing your whole future. Metabolic acidosis has also been correlated to decreased levels of growth hormone. And decreased levels of growth hormone in children is essential to their development in height. So decreased growth hormones also is related to stunted growth. So now y'all see why your mama made you eat those greens growing up. So this article goes on to explicitly say, I'm gonna read it so y'all can hear it quoted. Increasing growth hormone with an alkaline diet may improve many outcomes from cardiovascular health to memory function. Once again, huge benefits, you guys. There's also some evidence to indicate that chronic low back pain has been shown to improve with supplementation of alkaline minerals. Furthermore, I believe that this may be due to the fact that having a more alkaline diet also reduces the inflammation in our body. And for many people, the source of pain is from inflammation. Now, diet isn't the only way to do this. I gotta promote chiropractic for a minute. For you guys who don't know, chiropractic is not just helping to fix the back. It aligns our whole body so that it can properly do what it needs to, so that the structure properly reflects the function, what our body has to do in order to heal and develop. And so furthermore, as not only does the doctor of chiropractic not focus just on the spine, but also extremities and also reducing inflammation, which in turn may reduce pain. In this article, there's a brief reflection of chemotherapy or chemotherapeutic treatments with alkalinity as well. It states that there's some added benefit for some therapeutic agents that require a higher pH. In conclusion, you guys, an alkaline diet may reduce morbidity and mortality rates in so many people, especially if your physiology is I think it's best for everybody. That's just me. Once again, you have to do what's best for you, but find the balance that works for you, even if it is just reducing meats instead of completely cutting it out. As you noticed from the pH scale from earlier, a lot of the foods that were on a more acidic, which was lower pH, more acidic foods tend to be animal products, such as meats, dairy, and things of that sort, things that come from animal sources, whereas the more basic or alkaline, so a higher pH, those foods are more so like plant-based, like fruits and vegetables. So once again, I always advocate for research, so I had to share you guys some research that I've done, and I'm gonna do my best to include a link to the article or the scientific journal in the comment section of this video so that you guys can also do some reading on it. This article also includes a lot about renal acid loads. It correlates pH it correlates pH as to how it affects our kidneys more so the rest of the body. And that's how pH was tracked based off of the pH level of the urine. So it also includes that on the article as well. So I hope you guys took a lot from this video. If you have any questions or comments, you know where to put them in the comment section. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Yindyang. Check out my Instagram page for the channel, y.indya.ng. And before I go, I'm leaving you all with a quote because you guys have been so faithful. Here we go. This quote reads, and this is by Schreiber. Don't know the first name, just Schreiber. You're never ready for what you have to do. You just do it. That makes you ready. So stop sleeping on yourself, you guys. Stay up, stay woke, and keep the knowledge flowing. Until next week, peace.